Welcome back to Lenz Comic Corner Classics / Non-Classic. This is episode number 1177 and Doubleshot number 1071. I got two trades here, one from Dark Horse, the other from Marvel. First up it is Hellboy Omnibus Volume 2 Strange Places. This book collects the various, there's a bunch of miniseries, a couple one-shots here. We have Conquer Worms, Strange Places, Into the Silent Sea, and the stories for Red Right Hand Doom. That's basically a story from a Dark Horse Daniel. Box Full of Evil from Hellboy, the Right Hand of Doom. And Being Human from BPRD Being Human. The Being Human one shot actually, here's the thing. All the stories in here are drawn by Mike Mignola, of course, they're written by him. Being Human one shot is actually not drawn by him, believe it or not. Nope. This actually artwork is done by Richard Corbin. Now, thing is, now here's the thing. The first volume for this particular Omnibus series, that's pretty much the first three trades. This one has two stories from Volume 4, and the rest of the stuff is from, with the exception of Being Human, from Volume 5 and 6. Now, these are more really great stories. Now, it's interesting, though, they threw in Being Human here because that one shot was only collected in a BPRD trade, never in American Hellboy stuff. Yeah, that was quite strange, though. The fact it was like that. Yes. Now, what can I say about these stories is that they're all really good. And, I mean, what can I talk about when it comes to these particular stories? I mean, in the case of first appearances, there really isn't any I can think of. Except with an appearance by Rasputin. And more great artwork from Mike Mignola. Yeah. But it's interesting that they threw these, the way the order is like Red Right Hand of Doom, Box Full of Evil, Being Human, Conquer Worm, Third Wishes, The Island, and The Silent Sea. A lot of it just simply investigating various demons. There's no, like, frogs in here like the first trade did. Nope. Nothing about battling frogs. That's mostly take care of in BPRD. In one of the stories, Hellboy quits working for the BPRD in here. That's something explored in the BPRD series. And just a lot of really fun stuff in here. Oh, and also, he has one story in here where he teams up with Lobster Johnson. Yes, he's a character who got his own spin-off stuff. Yeah, that's from The Conquering Worm. Yeah, here it is right here. Yeah, Lobster Johnson is the guy on the right here. Yeah, that's Lobster Johnson. He got his own series and mini-series of one-shot, just like Hellboy did. Yeah, Mike Mignola loves have basically his universe hell will be so freaking big. Like, not only for Hellboy, the HBPRD, Ape Sapien, Lobster Johnson. There's also one for Frankenstein. Not kidding about that. There's also Iron Hammer 44. But this stuff here, really good. Give this book roughly a 9.5 out of 10. Fantastic book. I do recommend checking it out. These classic Hellboy stories in here. I know it's not much talk when it comes to Hellboy, but I like reading Hellboy, but the thing is, just read the book basically, like, just to get a good understanding. But this one I think, yes. Now here's the thing. Now these books are roughly $25 a piece, but it is well worth paying this much to get great stories from Mike Mignola. Who does a great job writing Hellboy. Yeah, just basically the cast of these stories is mostly just Hellboy, Abe Sapien pops up in here, Liz Sharman, and of course Lobster Johnson pops up for one story, pops up Conquer Worm. Alright, next up it is Hunt for Wolverine, Mr. Madripoor. Now, the miniseries itself is written by Jim Zeb. Of course, this book also contains Hunt for Wolverine one-shot. Yeah. Now, the story is this. We have Kitty Pryde, Psylocke, Storm, and Domino, and Jubilee, Lord Rogue. They go to Madripoor because they think Wolverine is there. Now, what they do find is not Wolverine. Nope. What they find is Psylocke's original body. Yep, that's the thing with Psylocke. She keeps body swapping over the years. Like, one time she's Japanese, another time she's British. It's kind of weird when it comes to Betsy Braddock. This is overall really good, well thought out, and it does lead into the Dead Ends one show, which I'll be discussing right now. I have the one on my phone, basically, from a free website. But this miniseries as a whole gives this book roughly a 9.5 out of 10. Now, the artwork in this book, this way I guess the cover art is clearly Greg Land. The artwork in here, the interior work is done by Tony Sellis, artwork by Linder Kirk for issue 4. Yeah, surprisingly, it's only a 4-issue miniseries when it comes to this particular one. Yeah, it's only like one of them is actually 5 issues. Most everything else is like about 5. Let's see if I can get to it here. Here we go. Wolverine, Dead Ends, written by Charles Shaw. Now, this book is simply put what all the miniseries were leading up to. This one shot. It's simply put characters coming together now. Characters coming together and finding out where exactly Wolverine is. Where is Wolverine? Well, he's on an alien spaceship. The artwork here is done by Roman Rosales. Yeah. Now I think it's, what's the name of that miniseries with Iron Man? You have Daredevil, you have Iron Man, they go to Xavier, and this is when it was still operating out of Central Park. And they're there just to ever have compare notes, see what the investigation lead them to. And mostly put, it's just everybody just doing lots of talking. Basically, what is everything leading to? Of where Wolverine is. Where is Wolverine? Like, where he is? He is on an alien spaceship, and his claws are now yellow. Yep. Pretty much this one shot just leads directly into the Return of Wolverine miniseries. Yep. But when it comes to all in all, when it comes to my final thoughts on Wolverine, even though, yes, they all led into this, despite the fact this book didn't really have anything to do with Daken, because Daken was still missing. Excuse me. But each of these miniseries are really, really good. Nothing really wrong with them at all. I would say, out of the 4 miniseries released, that I would say the strongest one is Ant-Man Agenda, because this book is so good. I would say just behind that is Weapon Lost. Now, any story is kind of weak. I would say probably the weakest story is probably Claws of a Killer. Nothing against the writer of the series. It felt as though it was the weakest of all the 4 miniseries. But the strongest is Anime Agenda because it's input the writer of the miniseries, not Shaw. It's Tom Taylor. Yeah, Tom Taylor wrote it, where it was most of the classic New Avengers the Bendis version New Avengers lineup. Basically, Iron Man, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Spider-Man, all teaming up to find Wolverine's DNA that somehow someone put on the black market, and teaming up with Wolverine's daughter, which utterly was fantastic. It's something, though, they didn't throw in Captain America for some reason, and they also didn't throw in Captain Marvel, who was part of the Bendis lineup, or anybody else who's part of Bendis version of New Avengers. But that's all Anime Agenda was simply put just a reunion of the classic, well, most of the Bendis lineup in a way, but not the entirety of it. No wrong either. Yeah, but all in all, Hunt for Wolverine was good. Led into a really good miniseries. That led to another miniseries, Wolverine and the Infinity Watch. I'll probably get it in the future because that's actually a really good miniseries, but it does kind of contradict the ending of Return of Wolverine. Yep, so that's it for this review. My next will be a review of the newest chapter from My Hero Academia. Okay, see you next video. Bye.